if you can tell me what is this in the middle? What is that? Same position.
Optic chiasm.
The optic chiasma. These are the two optic nerves, and where they meet together, that is the optic chiasm. So again, what is this? Optic chiasma. This is the optic nerve, that is the optic nerve. Where they meet together is the optic chiasma. These things are testable on the sheep brain because it's easier to see here than on the model, because remember I said that it's covered. The pituitary gland has been removed in all of them. So what is this out here? All of this? The cerebrum. That's the cerebrum. That is the cerebrum. So we can take off the this durameter, meninges that is covering the brain. And you can see for yourself, just as in the model or the picture in your book, that the brain is not smooth. It has the convolutions. The raised part are the gyri, the sunken part are the sulcus. And of course, right along here that we actually cut, that would be the longitudinal fissure. Now, this one is already. So what is this behind here? This is the cerebrum, so this would be what? Cerebellum. Cerebellum. And this projection out here would be the pons, and this is the medulla oblongata. Now, this is already dissected. So now, when we open this, what is this that looks like leaf, that vein in the leaves? Arbor vitae. Testable. Arbor vitae. That's the arbor vitae. And now, we can open this two halves. And so now, along here, this would be the corpus callosum. And here's the corpus callosum on the other side. Now, we're now in the midbrain. And there are certain things that we point out on the model. And so here you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are those? 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. To make 4. What is it? Corpora quadrigemini. I told you it's testable on the sheep brain itself. So there's it. 2 mounts, 1, 2 on this side, 1, 2 on the other side. They have a name. They're called superior and inferior collicus. Not going to worry about that, but they're called the corpora quadrigemini. You're responsible for that term. You have it on your checklist. Now, location, location. Let's see who can tell me what this is. Right above the corpora quadrigemini, location. This was already dissected by a student last semester. What is that? The pineal body. The pineal body or the pineal gland. It's a must on the sheep brain. Again, let's close it. This is the cerebellum. If I open it and pin something, I'm looking for the arbor vitae. And right here is the corpora quadrigemini. Location right above it, that little body. Looks like the size of a pea. That is the pineal gland or the pineal body. That's the corpus callosum going around. Anyone is game enough to do a dissection? Can take a tray and open. Meanwhile, I'll be working on the cow's eye. So here's a nice one that we can work with. We don't want to cut the. I showed you the things that are testable on the sheep brain itself. So expect to see that. Corpora quadrigemini is one. The pineal gland is another. The optic chiasma is the third one. So if you want to dissect the trays over there, or you want to take pictures of the items that I point out, help yourself.
I think the brain would be bigger.
What's that?
I thought the brain would be bigger too, smaller. What is that you're cutting off?
Okay, after the cat, you
The meninges.
This is not bad.
No one want to do a dissection?
I'll do
So when you're separated, you have to work along, excuse me, along this longitudinal fissure. Make sure you put put on gloves. Remember the corpora quadrigemini is testable here. Also the pineal gland, very nicely seen on the real sheep brain, and also the optic chiasm. This, by the way, I just want to point out, this is not the pituitary gland. This is, if you look in your book, this is the mammary gland. That little bulge right there, that's the mammary gland. And mammary gland is not on your checklist. Pituitary gland was taken off. So this is a nice one showing the optic chiasm as well as the olfactory bulbs. Olfactory bulbs at the end and the optic chiasm right in the middle. I'll take off the mammary gland, since we're not going to test you on the mammary gland, so you have a better view of the optic chiasm. And remember the pineal gland. Oops, I tore it off. But we have some that are even nicer, intact. So now I'm going to move on to the cow's eye. So I'll use, remember, take pictures of those items.